Hi friends, welcome to the Bergreens, where we talk about photography advice and gear. Today I'm going to do a deep dive on photography packages, how to build sustainable, profitable packages for your business. I'm going to break this up into 4 different videos so that you can have a more bite-sized piece, so feel free to skip ahead or follow them through in the order that they'll be presented. First, we'll talk about why effective photography packaging is important. Why does it matter? Why is this something we should spend time on rather than just throw out some pricing? Then we'll talk about how you can serve your clients through your package structure. If you know me, one of my mottos is serving your clients well will serve you well. So this is a win-win scenario where if we find ways to serve our clients, it'll actually help our profits as well. In the third video, I'll talk about how to create profitable photography packages regardless of your photography discipline and the differences between different types of photography and how you might build your packages accordingly. And then in the fourth video, I'll specifically talk about wedding photography packages and how to build those to serve your clients. So let's dive into what are photography packages and why is building them effectively so important. Your photography packages are going to consist of your products and services that you're offering to your clients in order to serve them. As a photographer, having packages helps you ensure that you're booking profitable work and you're meeting your budget goals. As a client, a good photography package helps make sure you're getting what you want out of your photography services. So photography packages exist to serve both the photographer who's trying to run a business and set a budget and be profitable, and the client who's trying to figure out what am I actually getting when I hire this photographer. Different photographers have different way of setting up their packages, and everything that I do might not be something that you want to do, but the key is to find what's going to work for you and work for your clients and then build your packages. The key thing to remember when you're building your packages is that you want your package to do 3 things. You want your package to draw in the customer, attract them to you, make them consider you as one of their options. You want your packages to encourage the client to book, meaning you don't want to have any resistance from them clicking that book button and paying their retainer. And then the third thing you want your packages to do is result in profitability for your business, making sure that the way you design your pricing and set your packages results in you actually building a sustainable business that you can continue in for years to come. So let's dive into each of those concepts a little bit further. The first task that I mentioned that your photo packages need to do is to draw in the customer. More likely than not, most consumers will be looking at multiple photographers and trying to compare who they think is best. And they're looking at lots of different things. They're looking at your portfolio and making sure that's strong. They're looking at your branding and your personality and the type of person that you are to make sure that it's a good fit for them. And then they're also going to look at your packaging and your pricing. They might be looking at it and price shopping because they're on a budget, or they might just be looking at it to make sure your packages include what they want to get from their photography. So when you build your packages, you have to have all of those things in mind. You want to think about how your offerings will set you apart from the competition. This doesn't mean that we want to compete on price. In fact, more often than not, if we're trying to build a profitable, sustainable business, we don't want to compete on price. Instead, we want to think about competing on value. That means we want to provide value to our clients where they book a package based on the value, not the price. That's why in the next video, I'll talk more about how we can serve our clients and the way that we build our packages. How do we figure out what they value and make sure that that's in the packages? We'll talk more about that later. But for now, the key is knowing that we want to make sure that we are presenting packages that draw in the client. Then once they're in and they're looking at our website and they're comparing our packages maybe to each other or to another photographer, we want to create packages in a way that leads them to book. We want to remove barriers from them clicking that book now button and paying us that initial retainer. That means we don't want to have so many options that they have analysis paralysis and can't decide what they want. But it also means we don't want to have so few or so restricted packages that they can't find what they're looking for. We want them to find exactly what they're looking for and maybe a little bit more value than they even expected. Then we're removing all hesitation from booking. They're going to select book now, pay us our retainer, and move forward towards being our client. The third thing we need to think about when we're building these packages is, okay, now we drew in the customer with these great prices and these great package options, and they booked, but now are we actually running a profitable business? Do we actually have profit margins so that we can have a take-home income? That means our cost of goods, our cost of doing business has to be covered by our photography work. Otherwise, photography is just a passion. Profitable photography, however, can be a profession that we're passionate about. As I said before, we're not going to compete on price, we're going to compete on value. Just because we beat out the competition with a lower price doesn't mean that we win if our business isn't sustainable a year from now, or 5 years from now, or 10 years from now. So effective photo packaging is important not only for getting clients, but for building a sustainable business. So in conclusion, building the right photography packages will help you draw clients in because they'll see what you're offering and that it's everything that they need. It will also help them book because they'll see everything they need in this package, maybe even everything they want in this package that they're willing to splurge on. They won't be overwhelmed by too many choices, and they won't be underwhelmed by not enough choices. You've removed all barriers to booking, and they'll click the booking link. And then that amount that they're paying you will help you increase your profits and your take-home income to build a sustainable business. In the next video, we're going to talk about how to figure out what it is that our clients need so that we can build those packages. And then in the video after that, we'll get into the nitty-gritty of building packages for profit. See you in the next one.